We're going to go ahead and pull some cards just for twin flames, just for the twin flame collective. So this is just kind of tapping in to the divine feminine and the divine masculine. Everyone's situation is different, but we have some really big energies for your love life coming at you for this Valentine's Day. That means that if you are single, perhaps opening up to manifesting new love or manifesting a flame into your life or your flame into your life. And then if you're in a partnership, bringing some hot and heavy fiery energies. We have a lot of Aries energy at play too, but we also have a really powerful alignment between Neptune and Venus. So that makes this next 3 weeks so powerful for manifesting magic and bringing healing to your love life. Venus is going to be at its most powerful that it is all year too. So very magnetic for the feminine with that transit. We have a lot happening. I'll talk about with the masculine in a minute too, especially towards the end of the month. So tons activating for both the feminine and masculine energies. At the end of the month, we have a really powerful alignment too, as we have an Aries planetary stellium. I wrote an article this morning on my website. Make sure you check it out because this is a huge alignment for any twin flames and for the divine masculine. All right, we're going to pull some cards and see what's going on with your situation. Expect unexpected shifts. If you're doing that work, know that it's going to bring shifts in destiny right now. We have a lot of destined themes playing out this month. It's huge for relationships, what's going on in them, and even activating things in relationships. So let's see what's going on with the divine feminine. This is just kind of tapping into the feminine collective. And then if you are the masculine, take this as messages from your feminine. Although I'm going to start out in separation situations. Yes, this is a very real journey. You're going to be feeling it like deep on a soul level. So it's important that you're also tuning into your own inner guidance that's coming through just for you. It's always changing. We're always getting guided on our journey. So paying attention to your guidance with your situation. All right, the masculine, and so this is what's going on with the feminine, but to the masculine, knowing that the masculine, it's always been them. And then this could be like maybe the feminine isn't saying it, but has a very good internal knowing of this connection and a recognition within this connection coming up. So recognizing the divine union. This is a connection where you both have to really have your stuff together. And I realize that about relationships in general too, because it isn't, the trauma being triggered in the relationships is people bringing their trauma into these connections. It's been kind of ruining them in the past. But this is like a whole nother level of spiritual union too, a spiritual connection. It's going to help you with your awakening journey too. All right, so this could be the feminine if things were said to you too. If you are in a separation, could be, I always say, things that are being said, not being honest for the feminine about their feelings. And then the feminine feeling really, really connected to the masculine still. This is a connection that isn't going to drop. I always say this one way we can tell too. And sometimes we do have faded past life connections coming into our awareness. Your twin flame is the most powerful of these past life connections as well too. And then this could be kind of coming up right now. The reason why is some of the powerful astrology, and yeah, we've had a lot of negative karmic astrology, but activating the positive astrology right now with things going on, especially through Valentine's Day and through the end of the month as we move through that Aries stellium, as Venus is in that alignment, Jupiter for your luck, right? And all sorts of things at play. We have Juno in that stellium, which is activating also long-term partnerships and marriage or marriage contracts as well too. So huge for things at play in the collective right now, especially for any twin flames at all. Your situation can look like any type of way, knowing that it can shift anytime if you're in a separation in any minute through the work that you're doing too. Very important you're reading into the connection too. So a lot of times you'll have a psychic knowing through things that are happening in your life, experiences you're having, things you're feeling, things going on within the connection that are letting you know that this is that connection too. So really tuning into that. I always say, do the individual work. If you're in a separation, make sure that you are getting a reading on it, even if you're just, sure of that connection and you want to know more about it or what's coming up, clearing energies. very, very powerful to go into it and do some spiritual work too in your connection, in your love life. So we also have Chiron in that mix at the end of the month, and it's bringing up old healing wounds. This could be bringing healing to your love life in these situations. So it can trigger a lot of things when you're in these connections too. It can trigger a lot of healing and stuff like that. Knowing that some of the areas you may need healing in are coming full circle now, where healing is being brought into your life. In some of the things that you may have thought were impossible, struggled with, had troubles with and stuff like that, a lot of healing energies are making their way into the planet. And this is literally for the divine feminine and the divine masculine all month that we're really going to be feeling some of the, we'll call them the cosmic energies at play, right? The cosmic energies at play in our life with how things are going to play out. So we can expect February to be a very huge month for everyone, especially the divine feminine, as all that Venus energy is coming through. All right, potential. This could be seeing what your life could look like with your flame. And oftentimes when you're talking, you get glimpses of that because you'll have shared ideas, shared dreams, shared visions. You'll have a lot in common where you just really want the same things in life, or you just vibe with this person and you don't mind being around them. I describe it as a magnetic pull anyway. You're going to have such a pull to this person. And then, oftentimes you guys would have planned out some of these experiences, so you're probably tapping into what will come. And yes, people will say, oh no, the twin flame journey is awful and heartbreaking. No, it's meant to actually be everything you ever wanted, and spiritually as well too. So this is something different in the connection. So family coming up right now, kids, opinions, clearing family stuff, stress, and getting support. This is things coming up for the feminine. Maybe if you're wanting children, you might go have children with your flame if you're in a harmonious union, or you could have family issues coming up from the past that you're clearing deep from within your family line. So a lot of sacral healing taking place in these connections as well too. So it's very powerful for the family healing. A lot of times twin flames, and you can be different types and stuff like that, come into the planet to clear collective karma and trauma and things in the family line and do a lot of deep work before coming together. This is a very sacred journey. It's a very spiritual journey of healing too. Understand who you truly are. This journey brings self-discovery. And so you're learning these things to help expand your consciousness and wake you up more, and to help you with your own journey as well too. Know you're on a very sacred journey, especially if you're on a twin flame journey, and not everyone is. Everyone's having different experiences. So I always say, don't talk to your friends about your love life. Go get real healing and things like that, because it's going to help you. So when we're talking about our twin flame connection in a negative way, it's going to negatively affect it, so that it's not manifesting here in the physical. So it's very important that if you are wanting to shift the situation, that you're kind of like going in and doing healing the right way, and not like speaking negative into your life too. So the feminine, staying positive right now. Are you the chaser? And this could be in pursuit, rejection, and needing to let things go. Is this the connection? Are you chasing the twin flame connection? Did you try to make it happen so much that you pushed it away? Are you needing to come into a deeper alignment once again with yourself? This is about becoming magnetic in yourself, so that your twin flame is also magnetized to you. A lot of you guys feel that magnetic. I describe it as a push and pull that happens as well too. So working on your own energy right now. We're in a strange space astrologically, right? And some of you guys might be feeling a little bit tired as we're integrating so many changes and so many energies right now. The feminine looking forward to a new start right now. And this is literally what happens. And so this could look like starting a project, starting a new path, new opportunities arising too. And so this is like releasing the past and getting a second chance. And oh my God, are we getting some of those? Because it's like, okay, so I go into awakening and I get another chance at life in the huge rebirth kind of awakening kind of way. But then sometimes as we are leveling up through the journey, sometimes it's going to require moving or shifting into a new level as well too. And this is a new level of yourself. So this is like the new path ahead, and new things kind of opening up right now, but also letting go of the past to make that happen. So this is the only reason that we stay in the karmic cycles. Yes, we've moved through life And I say none of us get out of it without experiencing the negativity, but it's about clearing these energies and releasing the karmic chains or bonds that we've been in for so long, and then literally going to live our destiny. And we are powerful forces of our own destiny as well too, as we're creators, and all about what we're doing next. I know, right? Closing that last chapter, like I have my book pinned on here. I just wrote a book to do that in a better way, but I realized some of those stories are not mine. When I told that story in my book, it was mostly my mother's story, right? And things like that. And so this is where my story started karmically, way back in the family stuff, right? And then my life is like nothing like that, right? Next chapter I'll come and I'm gonna write alien books for you guys and tell you about my, my experience that I'm having and things like that. So we're in different experiences, and when we're not releasing the energies of the past, it's so bad for us. So I figured out writing that book when I went just into my own Akashic memories as I would through the healing, and I pulled them out again. I know, right? And it's like we're full of like drawer over here, but I went through and I pulled out my own Akashic memories. I did a deep regression, and it was so bad for my energy to bring this stuff up, just to think about it, just to literally go into these past things that I have experienced. So I've realized since then how bad the energies were on Earth that we have traveled and moved through. We've traveled through so many dimensions of the soul. So if we are reliving our traumas and our experiences, and a lot of times this happens anyway, because I'm dealing with helping the planet heal from a lot of PTSD-like symptoms, or even PTSD at that point, where a lot of times we are reliving the past, thinking about it, not trying to. It's almost like having a lot surface. And this happens within the ascension journey anyway, of clearing all these memories. So if we're staying stuck in it, it literally is so bad for our vibration. Oh my God. So clearing the energies of the past and understanding why things had to play out as they did. And so just being grateful for it, seeing how each experience has shaped you into a different version of yourself, or let you know something about yourself, or taught you something about yourself, but all about shifting towards that new. And we're going to do that vibrationally by working on our frequency too right now, and our energy for the feminine. So working on your energy, staying positive, raising your vibration, and attracting anything you want. Oh my gosh. So we're being grateful. So if we have this negative loop in our head, interrupt it. Be grateful for the blessings and the abundance and the healing and the good things that you're manifesting. And sometimes I feel a little like my manifestations, I'm putting them out there and they seem a little like, I'm not sure right now, and that's okay. So what I do is I'm just being grateful for having that life now ahead of time to help manifest it as well too. So instead of looking at it like, I don't know, with your manifestations, say thank you now. Be grateful now for whatever it is that you are working on trying to manifest. It will help you so much. So staying in those higher frequencies. Now, the twin flame comes into our life to help us with our energy so that we can stay into these higher frequencies. It's to help us, right? So we realize it's such a mirror when we're low and not feeling good together. Look, it's going to feel horrible. And when we're vibing and we're in an energy alignment, it's going to really amplify each other's energy, and you're going to be feeling so good. So the twin flame comes into our experience to actually show us areas that we need to heal and teach us how to balance our energy. If you're not able to come into that balance, you go into separation. So I always say, if you're in a separation, get a reading on it and for sure shift it. Make sure you're checking out the readings on my site and also the twin flame activations. A lot of people, either they or their partner isn't activated enough to handle that, we'll say, higher twin flame code sequence, right? So doing energy work will help a ton too. Make sure you're checking out my website, recommending the relationship twin flame reading on there just to get started. Then you can talk to me and I'll go in and tell you what I pick up on. We're going to pull some cards for the Divine Masculine. If you guys are catching this on Insta, it usually cuts me off, so you'll have to go find the full video on my Facebook video page, Sparks of Divine Light Healing. So make sure you guys are checking out my website, and we're going to pull cards now for what is going on with your masculine. If you are the feminine, just take this as messages from your masculine. And then what's just going on with the masculine collective. Just kind of tapping in. And huge for the masculine. We'll get into that now. Activating any marriage contracts that they have. Despite that, the 15th is also going to bring a separate activation for them too in a big way. And then, so activating, we'll say if you hold marriage contracts or just contracts like higher contracts with your twin flame partner, these are going to be super activated in the masculine. So for the masculine, expect their love life to be on fire with you or with not, who knows. That's the guys, right? So for any guys, your love life is going to be super activated and on fire. Your intuition is too through the end of the month, really taking the lead in things. Like if you've been not taking the lead in the past, because that's easy with the upbringing and programs that we're shedding, really taking the lead, really stepping into those awakened divine masculine energies, trusting your guidance. It doesn't have to be coming through all the time because of how it works, but you'll get a sense. You'll get more of a sense. All right, so if you are in a separation, let's start there. They're going to feel all of whatever type of abandonment, I call it abandonment trauma that we hold. This is like whatever played out. It's whatever reaction that you have had prior to meeting this person in every relationship. And God forbid if it gets into the twin flame union, right? In these messy breakups too, because it can come out in these situations. And that's just because you're not ready yet. Something is setting that off. Breakups can trigger that. The twin flame breakup is the ultimate. It's like the ultimate trigger of anything like that, because this is such a deep connection. However, we're an ego and we're not always recognizing that, but we feel it on a soul and a spiritual level. When you're feeling that pain in your heart chakra, it is everything kind of being triggered on a soul level, a spiritual level as well too. So if you did go into a separation, it's triggered a lot, and triggered a lot with the masculine too. So this is just a lot coming up from the connection. And then I always say there's a lot coming up. If you guys have other situations, yes, this can happen. People can come to Earth for a million lives and get lost in different scenarios and all different types of ways, right? And then oftentimes it is your twin flame that is probably going to snap you out of a lot of this when you do recognize them, and it might not be in the timing that you want. And then it's like a universal thing. There's so much, the universe guiding us together, guiding you towards this person if they are meant for you. Now, divine timing is at play. And we also have a powerful Saturn activation that is happening. And I always think of Saturn as karmic, we all do, but it's also divine timing at play. If you've been waiting on something, the clock is ticking. It's now. And I know that as we're coming into this spring, that we have done so much work anyway. So if you are in a cocoon space like a lot of the planet right now, know you need to be there and enjoying that cocoon space, just working on yourself spiritually right now. But know that, like, I always am shown the twin flames meeting under the clock, like in the movies, right? Like you would go meet in a very public place and probably a square with the clock there, but being shown that clock as a powerful symbolism of divine timing and being activated because you're waiting on the right timing for some people. If you have not met your twin flame, or if you're in a separation, or if you're waiting on them, this is kind of for you as well too. So this can be all kinds of situations coming up. The masculine has karma coming up that they're clearing that, and that's okay. And don't think that they don't want to be with you. If they aren't, then there's something blocking the connection. Oftentimes it is karma, things to resolve. It could be mindset, all sorts of things kind of coming up too. Or just even like taking care of things karmically, healing that may need to take place with the masculine too. All right, so the masculine is getting a lot of clarity too. And this is the wrong choices made in life, okay? So I know this is the past of like how they learn. It's how you learn. It's like how you're getting fine-tuned and toned into what you want as well too. So just know that the masculine has been learning a lot through connections, living life and things like that, and kind of, we'll say their intuition is getting really wise and kind of tuned in right now. So knowing that too about this connection that you're getting tons of insight right now, the masculine, about your twin flame union. This is a twin flame reading. It could be knowing the connection, wanting the person, wanting to be with this person, knowing that you're like meant, this is where it's at, knowing you're meant to be together on a bigger destined level. It's going to be like an energetic union too. It's going to be so much different than the past paradigms too. Okay, so we're going to do for the masculine just what's going on again. Let's see. All right, lots going on, right? Oh my gosh. Okay, lots of stuff from the past coming up. So we're going again with this past theme of regret. Oh my God, don't we wish we could go back and do it different? And you would, but that's okay, because that's how you're learning now, and this is why you're not going back. So we feel like, oh my gosh, sometimes we're going back, or it can feel like that. This is like getting ready to fly, saying where you're going to hit the ground, and you have all the kind of these fears, but you're going to have to do this regardless. So letting go of the heavy energies of the past, knowing that because you would do things differently, then literally that's why you're going to do things so much different now, getting this second chance, because we have a lot of second chance. Next chapter, literally letting go of the old. The universe is having every experience to us and gets so friggin' bored here, you know, right? With all of the stuff that we're holding on to, it's continually expanding energy. It wants to move and have new experiences, and you might be feeling that about your life. This could represent actual moves or just shifts in energy happening too. The masculine's finding more balance. You're being guided to journal, to write about your experience, and God knows for what, but you might be pulling these out later if you keep a journal, or if you have write down. I want to start writing down my spiritual experiences I'm having on the daily, and start and then turn it into like a writing. And these are just things I'm going through in my own life, or being guided to do. It could be writing down your dreams. I'm living an entire another dimension, and I was talking about going on galactic missions in my sleep, not all the time, but sometimes, and having more and more awareness about I wouldn't have understand some of these experiences that are happening on interdimensional levels, but I'm becoming to understand these things more and more, and like doing different things on a multi-dimensional level. So we're tapping in, whether we're piercing the veil and tapping in and getting guidance, and when those downloads stream in, or things coming in meditation. All right, ego coming up right here. Okay, this could be, and you know how I describe ego, because it's just like every collection of everything that's been projected at us, and how we deal with people too. But it's also our earth personality. So if we think about it like this, like I think that I'm this person, but I'm going to die and go be like 10 more people. Oh my God. And if we start to think of it like that, then we realize we are the soul, and it's something so past that, but we're shifting into a light body. So we have layers of ego and earth personality that are dissolving. Ego is everything that you were told that you were, who you presented yourself with at first in the world. And, soul is who you really are past this, like as a person. I know, right? Not who you're trying to be to fit in the world and things like that. But a lot coming up for the masculine around karmic partners, where they've had a hurt and betrayal and heartbreak too. And this could be past relationships, or, picking their relationships by what they thought looked good, or, oh my gosh, so we get skewed by programming and what we think we want our life to look like. And it could have been in the past picking the wrong kind of partner for the masculine, in all different kind of ways. These could have been karmic contracts that were planned out to wake up the masculine too on some level, or be, less different lessons needed. However, clearing these kind of things. So when we talk karmic partners, these could be, and this is more romantic message coming through. So clearing old energies. I just say old hurts and things like that as well too, to come into union fully. It's what was blocking union in the first place. I say, oh my God, we would have met when we were 5, right? Now, like the cute movies, right, where they meet when they're 5 under the fish pond in their lifelong union, and we would prefer that. However, during Earth in this lifetime, we were fitting in a lot more, and your twin flame is not going to play the negative role in your life. And so, yes, we have people come into our experience that can play kind of negative roles, because they leave us crushed or heartbroken and not feeling good. These are the karmic partners too. It is everything in either field blocking the connection on Earth. I know, right? And then the past energy of it, letting it go, because sometimes it can close us off. So opening up to full union, just letting go of the whole past of it, like keeping the lessons, but just kind of letting go of it to come into a full union. This is going to open up our spiritual connection. So a lot of times we don't realize that, we have a pull between the spiritual and the material. And when we focus on the union, it's also going to take us into the spiritual. It is literally that close union with God, with source as well too. This is why when we close off from the twin flame union, it feels awful and challenging and can feel painful. And when we open up to it and when we're in alignment with it, you're feeling amazing and in that deeper energetic alignment. So this is reconciliation, eternal love. Your time has come. So we're talking about time as huge for the masculine, activating that. And so it isn't all bad things that were laid out. So we can look at what are karma. Okay, you come to earth and you have like, you can go do whatever you want, we'll just say, right? But your karma are the set experiences that came up that literally were like set things that were going to take course, the crazy stuff. And you had like, and just think of at least like 10 of them that were massive. And then you start to kind of go on this path. Now, this is good things being activated for the masculine right now. They might be running away though on some level for it. And this could be just used to escaping from emotion or literally just kind of switching off from it. And that's okay. Opening up to union is like a whole process as well too. It happens when both people are ready. So if you're ready and your flame isn't, right, your flame probably isn't, and vice versa. So both being ready to fully do this union, and that is so important too. So knowing things are going to play out as they're destined to play out. And so just kind of focusing on union coming up for the masculine, clearing any type of, we'll say past karmic connections. And this is love related too for you. Okay, sacred space, building. This is like everything we want to do on earth. I realize that, building over and over and things like that. Altar, prayer, candle, commune with your own divinity, making magic. And this is like what I want to go to, right? Making magic. And, you know, I'm missing that in my life, right? You know, making magic. I miss going and lighting 100 witch candles and doing my own magic and things like that. So making magic for the masculine, however you're feeling called to get spiritual. And this can look different for different people. This is really connecting with spirit, making your own kind of spirituality as well too. This could be burning incense, doing cleansing baths, meditation, really working on your own energy too. So just kind of all about sacred space. This space might take place in that union too. It's like literally, I said, it's like having half of the pieces. And this is why twin flames struggle when they're not coming together, because on their own, you can't do it like the same. But well, you can, right? But it's like, okay, and then if you ever are with your divine partner or having glimpses of it, you'll know that your pieces go together. Like, oh my gosh. And it can seem like that with the yin and the yang of it, because yin and yang message coming up once again for the masculine as well too, and finding balance within these aspects too. So sacred space, this might be within your union too. Your union might be your most sacred space too, of being in that, I say safe, but being in that sacred divine connection where you're in those divine energies. So opening up to love, knowing love is the most powerful force in the universe. And when you are coming together in that union and you are able to master that, just as easy as getting along and being happy. And like, yeah, I know we have our highs and lows to see, but getting along and being in alignment that easy, you will go manifest everything beyond your wildest dreams. Now, it's when we try to come into the universe, I come into union, and the universe, if it's not able to happen, this is where we feel the despair and the dark night of the soul and, you know, different things within our energy that we have to resolve, because the universe is always trying to lead us towards that ultimate balance, which is union. And I feel that about everyone having their own universe and also coming into that balance with divine union with the universe too. And that is part of coming into your twin flame union too. So for the masculine, balancing your energies right now, kind of staying in your own little sacred space. And that's it. I'm going to go on that note, but make sure you guys are booking that reading on my website. I just say, do like a relationship reading. I do tons of healing sessions. They're going to help shift you into union as well too. So oftentimes we're just needing to clear and resolve things within our energy too. Make sure you're checking out my website and have a beautiful day.